Hey guys, it's been a while. This is Jamie from Modern Day Fox, and today I am going to review Green Chef. I've been on the hunt for a plant-based meal delivery service to try to help me kind of save time and get back on track. And the things I'm looking for are the value for the money and the amount of waste, and also, of course, the recipes and the taste of the food. So the first meal delivery system that I tried is Green Chef, and I chose their vegan options and 3 meals that are supposed to serve 2 people each. I read in the reviews that there should be some leftover, so I'll be checking on that. And I just thought it would be fun to run you through me cooking one of these meals and show you what it looks like when you get a Green Chef delivery. The Green Chef box showed up on my front step I think FedEx delivered it, and so it was a pretty significantly large box. I opened it and it was insulated with some kind of cardboard type insulation. I think it's all recyclable, so that's good. There was 3 bags inside along with some cards, and these cards show the recipes that are included in each of the bags. And here is a view inside the box. There was just some lettuce that was not inside the bags for whatever reason, I don't know. But the 3 recipes, all the ingredients for the recipes are included there. And then also there was 2 very large ice packs in there, and you can see those right there. You can cut those and drain them and recycle the plastic, so it's all recyclable. And then here's the 3 recipes: Moroccan tempeh skewers, roasted carrots and barley, and then a Korean stir fry, veggie stir fry. And I am going to start with the Korean veggie stir fry, so I'm just kind of giving you a glimpse into what was in the bag. So for the Korean veggie stir fry, I first had some water and some rice on the stovetop there, and I had to bring that to a boil. That was the first directions given. And then I took the broccoli and cut it into smaller pieces, or pulled it apart, and then added some of the sauce that came with it. I am not the best direction follower. I was supposed to reserve some of that sauce and I didn't. A little bit of oil in there. And what we are going to do is we're going to roast that broccoli. This was interesting. I've never roasted broccoli and put it in a stir fry before, and that ended up being a really nice touch. So that's some white sesame seeds that you pour over the broccoli, along with your own salt and pepper. Next, they had me put the broccoli in the oven to broil it, and I set it for about 10 minutes. And while it was broiling, I just checked on my rice and then chopped the vegetables. So there was a pepper and some mushrooms. There was pineapple in there, and it just needed to be chopped a little bit. It was interesting, they just gave me like a half of a pepper, so I thought that was kind of neat. I guess they split it up and only give you what you need. And then I heated some oil on the stove, and while that was heating, I de-stemmed my cilantro. That also came in the pack. Here I'm just cutting the pineapple, and it did tell me to reserve the pineapple juice that was in the plastic bag, so I did that. Once my oil was heated up, I added the vegetables to my saute pan, and then I just cooked those for about 5 to 6 minutes. That's the edamame that I'm adding there. I just cooked it until the mushrooms and the bell peppers were tender. Meanwhile, my broccoli finished roasting, so I took that out and let it cool a little bit. After my veggies were sauteed, I added the pineapple. Again, I did not follow the directions. I'm really bad about this, but I wasn't supposed to add the broccoli or the cilantro. I did it anyway. It's fine. It's not a big deal, but there were a lot of steps and my attention span got a little short there. I was supposed to add the cilantro to the rice, but I added it to the stir fry instead. Don't really think that matters. And so this is a little daikon kind of relish that they gave you to top your stir fry with, and so you serve it over the rice with your vegetables. And then I added some tofu that I had just to get a little extra protein in there. My husband and I thought it had really nice flavor. I liked that the sauces were already prepared. I didn't have to prepare those that already came in the plastic packs, and that made everything a lot easier. So I really just had to prep the vegetables and make the rice and then put it all together. So it was easy and fast and a good flavor. The next one that I tried was the roasted carrots and barley. And so this is just what was in the bag, the recipe card: lemons, bouillon, carrots, garbanzo beans, even some agave, which I thought was nice because that's not something that I normally would use. And this one required a lot of prepping. So the first thing that I had to do was to peel and finely chop a shallot. Then I had to de-stem and chop thyme. And then I had some Swiss chard that I had to de-stem and then chop that as well. And you kind of roll that up like a cigar and then finally chop it into pieces. So that's all my prep there. That's on my cutting board. Then I heated some oil and toasted the barley. After it toasted for about a minute, I added the shallots and thyme and then added the water. Then I had to crumble the mushroom bouillon that they included in the pack and stir that and bring it to a boil, and then turn it down to a low heat and just let it simmer for about 20-25 minutes. After that, back to more prepping. I had to peel and chop carrots lengthwise into pieces. Thought it was neat to have the purple and the yellow carrots. Next, rinse my garbanzo beans and then put my carrots in some hot oil in a saute pan. After those sauteed for a few minutes, then I added my garbanzo beans along with the Moroccan spice blend that was included. Sauteed those together. Oh, I added the agave as well and some water. Sauteed that for a few minutes. And then it instructed me to put that into a pan, a roasting pan, and roast it for about 15 minutes in the oven. While that was roasting, it was back to more prep, and I had to do some lemon zest and chop that finely. I also had to mince garlic, and I had to de-stem and chop parsley along with a chopped artichoke. So that took me about 10 to 15 minutes, and by the time that was done, so was my roasting. So once the barley was done, I added the chard to that and let that wilt down. Also added a squeeze of lemon per the instructions. And it was ready to plate. So that's the barley with the chard there. And then you top it with the carrots and the chickpeas and then that artichoke mix that I made. I didn't show a lot of that. And then a squeeze of lemon. So there you have it. It was very good, but very, very garlicky. It had a lot of flavor, but my husband and I both thought it was really garlicky. Here's a quick photo of the one that I didn't video. This is the tempeh skewers with roasted broccoli over couscous. And this was good. I'm not a big tempeh fan, but it was good. Okay, I finished the 3 meals with Green Chef. I do have another week coming. That is because when you sign up, it delivers on Wednesday and then it charges you for the next week on the day that you receive it. So you can't really test it out and decide if you want to stay on an auto ship. It kind of like you get it, you don't even have a chance to cook it, and it bills you for the next week. So you're kind of forced into 2 weeks if you want to try it without canceling right away. So I do have another shipment coming. First, I'll tell you the good things about it. The ingredients were definitely fresh. I like that you only, you can make these recipes without going out and buying something like a whole bottle of agave syrup or something like that that you might never use. So that's really nice. It forces you to try new things. It's, you know, one of the things I wanted to get out of it was cooking with more vegetables and experimenting. So that was good. I did not really think it was the greatest value at just under $80 for 3 meals, 2 servings each. I'm not the greatest at math. I don't know what that comes out to, maybe like $10 or $12 a serving or something like that. But there wasn't enough for leftovers, and I was really expecting that I would maybe just have at least one meal, you know, one small meal to have for lunch the next day, and it was like 2 meals exactly, with everything except for the barley and carrots, which I did have enough to make a small lunch for the next day. So I just didn't really think it was the greatest value in terms of what I could get for $80 just by going to the grocery store. And then the other thing was the amount of prep was just really over the top for me. I thought, you know, I'd really save time by doing this meal service, but the meals easily took me like 45 minutes. The barley and carrots took me like a full hour with all that prepping, and that's definitely not what I was looking for out of you know, doing a meal service. I was looking for kind of like ease, and going to the grocery store is not a big deal for me. It's all the prep work that comes with cooking the meals. And so I got out of going to the grocery store, but I definitely did not get out of the prep work, and I didn't really like that. So I'm gonna do this next week, but I did go ahead and cancel Green Chef. I'm not saying that I'll never order from there again. You know, I'll kind of probably just keep an eye on the menu, and if something looks really good, then I may do it again. But I'm going to test some other meal service deliveries, and so stay tuned for that one. I will put a link in the comments how you can check out Green Chef if it's something that you decide to do. I hope you like it, and I hope this review helps you make a good decision. Thanks. Check me out on moderndayfox.com and Facebook and Instagram at moderndayfox.